Hi, my name is Ludas Butkus, and in this video I want to talk about productivity. Without productivity, building a business is going to be tough. When you're the boss of yourself, you can do whatever you want. And the problem with that is that you're a bad boss. Usually bosses aren't that good as you are for yourself. You allow yourself to do whatever you want, whenever you want, and you get out of balance very fast. Now this is very bad because you don't do anything productive during the whole day. You need to be harsh on yourself. You need to be productive if you want to succeed. So, how can you increase your productivity? Well, firstly, don't be so easy on yourself. If you're tired, you don't want to do anything, you have to do it. You have to do something productive and you need to get to work. Now, of course, when you're successful and you have tons of money, you can skip that part maybe, but still, people who are successful, they have made that decision to be harsh on themselves, to be productive, and to produce massive value to the marketplace, and this is how they went there. So I want to share a few tips, well, maybe not a few, a bit more, that I incorporated into my daily routine that helped me to increase my own productivity. Because to be honest, I was struggling with productivity a lot. I was just spending all day on Facebook playing games, and at the end of the day I was like, I should do something productive, but I don't want to, maybe tomorrow. And it was always the tomorrow. Maybe I went to go with friends to do something more fun than working, and that's not good if you want to make money and you want to be successful. So I started studying productivity, and I read this book called Manage Your Day to Day, Build Your Routine, Find Your Focus and Sharpen Your Creative Mind. Which with this book is an articles mashup from tons of different people who share their ideas about productivity, how to increase it, and well, not all of the ideas resonated with me, but I tried to incorporate the most that I could, and some changes that I made was to not check the email until I have done at least an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours of work. Definitely not the first thing to do. Another thing that I started doing is to write out a to-do list. It's kinda old school, but when you know what you need to do during the day, it's much easier to get things done. So you write down everything that you need to do. Of course, you want to be realistic and don't write too many things, because then your motivation will sink down, and you start your day with the hardest thing from the to-do list. And when you have that done, every other task is going to be done easier because it's an easier task. So you need to do that planning. Also, what I started doing is a daily ritual. I get up, I do 10 minutes of meditation, then I go shower, then I go and read my mission, my life mission. Then I read a few pages of a book that I'm reading. Then I go get a drink of water, I eat my breakfast, and only then I sit in front of the computer. And then I started this interesting practice. It's more for the creative process, to write for at least a whole page. Now I haven't managed to do that. You write just anything that comes to mind. And for me, well, it helps me to empty out my head, so all the ideas that are flowing gets on the paper, and then they don't show up in my mind that often. So that's one positive thing. And then if I haven't done that yesterday, I write out what I need to do for today in a software called Workflowy. It's a very good free software that you can use, which is good for creating lists, and I make my to-do list in there. I have a two-part to-do list. I have the daily to-do list and the big tasks. Now next I start working on my most important task, the hardest task to do, and usually I get done with it quite quickly because I make my focus on it. And I noticed if I don't start with the hardest task, it is very hard to make myself to get to do it. So it's very important to make it the first thing, then maybe take a rest after you're done and do another quite hard task, and then you can carry on with other things. Now another thing that helped me increase my productivity is a software called Rescue Time. I highly recommend you to install it on your computer. Again, it's a free software. What it does, it tracks what you are doing on your computer. Well, it's kinda intrusive, but the information isn't shared with anyone, so don't worry. So every single week you will get a report of where your time on the computer was spent. So you get the report and you see where your time was wasted and where you need to cut off the time and where you need to spend more time. So this is another useful tool. But cutting off tasks on the computer is hard. Yes, it's not that easy to say I'm not going to use this now, I'm going to work. So another useful tool, which is a Chrome browser extension, is called Stay Focused. What it does, it allows you to check sites that you don't really want to use. Sites that are distracting you, like Facebook, Twitter maybe, or maybe even Gmail. Sites that you don't want to be using too much, and you can set a limit for the day for how much time you want to spend on these sites. And once that time is used, you can no longer go to these sites, they get blocked. I have put it to 2 hours for now, for the maximum time on unproductive websites, but maybe I'm going to lower it after I get my things up in place and I'm going to be more productive. So these are the main things that I have done to increase my productivity. Probably the most important one was to start working on the hardest task of the day. Also, very important is not to open Facebook first. Also, a thing that I do, but I kinda got it lost during these few days, is turning off my mobile phone. I had it turn it off completely, no internet connection, no SMS connection, no nothing. It's just to look at the time if you want, and there's no distractions from there, because distractions kill a lot of your time. So this is it for my whole productivity course that I laid out in this video. These are the things that I incorporated into my daily routine, and I'm getting massive results. I think I'm like 10 times more productive now in a good day, and at least 5 times more productive in a bad day. So I'm getting good results, and I hope to increase my productivity even more, following these rules that I set up to myself even more. So this is it for this video. Be sure to incorporate these rules into your own daily routine, and I hope you will get more productive as I did. And if you would like to learn more about internet marketing and stuff like that, then click the link in the description of this video and sign up to my email newsletter, and see you in the next video.